Now it's working. Now it's all working. Now I feel secure.
Track 4 is not jumping anymore.
Track 4 is not jumping anymore.
Oh, all right.
What is that?
Trying to insert some energy in this shit.
Oh, why?
So I've been struggling, guys. I've been struggling with updates. The new a new mini segment we've added to our main pod at the very beginning of the show, where we kind of talk about things we've been reading or anything else we've been following consistently and just give updates about it.
And just general
obviously
talk. It's a little icebreaker.
Yeah.
In place of plugs, so we can get people interested in the show.
Well, you see, this is why I'm struggling, because I want to talk about One Piece.
Well, you better hold on.
All I want to talk about is One Piece. And I'm not talking about the chat that I came out yesterday. I mean, Sunday. I'm talking about what I've been reading.
I got some updates as well. I caught up to Ichi the Witch.
Wait, hold on. I thought we saving that.
I'm just saying a little precursor. For people who want any recommendations on Ichi the Witch, you got to listen to the main show. Do I like Ichi the Witch? Do I think it's the next big thing? You'll have to find out in New Jump City.
Oh, okay. I have a primer. Mm-hmm. I remembered. I was able to re-experience why Brook was my favorite Straw Hat. I think for the longest time I thought it was on a whim because of his design purely, but he's just a dope ass character.
I love Brook.
I think one of the reasons I enjoy Brook so much. Pause. Whoa.
Hey, you like a
shit.
guy?
No, as a cat. No, you know what I mean.
You like a dude? Hey, yo.
The reason I'm so fond of the character is because I think he's like a perfect realization of Oda's storytelling. You know what I'm saying? Like all the elements that make One Piece so endearing.
Chop it right there. That's a good point.
I can't.
That's the preview.
I feel like this is going in. I feel like this is where I can kind of talk about it in detail, and for the show I can just kind of say, hey, I finished.
Well, you don't want to repeat
this
yourself,
arc, and these are things that poked out to me. I feel like it'll be more lighthearted.
Fair enough.
All right, that's fair.
Fair enough.
See, that's why you guys should keep listening to the pre-shows. You get to see a lot of inner workings.
Hey, this is behind the scenes stuff as we're trying to figure out how to be somewhat successful in the algorithm.
I have some stuff to talk about this week.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Okay.
Well, one thing, because I've been reading it. But you guys don't.
Are you talking about for the updates or now?
I can't even talk about it because you guys don't even watch.
It's Ippo, isn't it?
You guys don't even fucking read it. Yes.
It's Ippo, isn't it?
I'm never going to be able to talk about Ippo. You're fake. You're a fake fan. You're not allowed to wear that shirt.
Am I a fake fan?
I'm not a fake fan. I'm reading it officially. I'm supporting the artist.
I'm not reading it at all.
You're a fake fan, Josh.
Damn. I read a lot of it, though. Fuck out of here. I put my work in.
I put in my 10,000 chapters into Hajime no Ippo, right?
Ask me if I remember details. Hell no, but I definitely read that shit.
I remember most details. There's a lot of details I don't remember. I don't remember names.
All right, how about you ask a question?
And Brian, you got to quiz us on Hajime no Ippo knowledge. Maybe then. I'll fail that one for sure. I'll fail that one for sure.
Yeah, so who was Ippo's second
fight already off.
Who was Ippo's second fight after he relinquished the Japanese belt?
Wasn't he the last guy he fought before he retired? Listen, this is also spoiler alerts for Hajime no Ippo if you happen to be reading it for the first time.
Beats me, bro.
Bro, you got to be more. I don't know.
Get that far.
Fake. All right, fine. Who was his first title defense after he got the belt?
Ooh, I know this one actually. I forget his name, but he was the doctor.
Okay.
Oh, wait. When you say the title,
the
you're not
Japanese
talking about
title.
Ricardo.
No.
No,
Japanese.
The Japanese featherweight championship that he won when he beat Sando.
God, I wish I could tell you guys what's going on.
I want to. It'll take forever. Look, my plan. Here's what I'll do for you, Brian. My plan is to read up to the point where the English translation, the official release, is caught up to. Because then I'll never catch up. I literally will never catch up at the English releases rate. So I will try to, from there, springboard into the scans and get into it. Allegedly.
I'm telling you, I'm looking in the face of Groudon right now, and I can tell Brian's not satisfied.
Brian's not satisfied.
I'm not satisfied.
Brian, what do you want from me? I don't remember. I have to read it from like where I'm at. I don't remember a lot of what happened. I remember the fights. There's obviously things I remember, but it's been like 10 years since I've been maybe not 10 years, but a good long time since I've been very current with this series.
It's just that current Ippo is so unbelievably good. It was best
great
that the
when
series,
I left.
It's the best that the series has ever been.
It was great.
And
it was great when I stopped reading. The reason that I fell off of Hajime no Ippo is that for a little bit, scanlated manga was like weirdly hard to access. There wasn't like a lot of good sites with decent scans. And I just fell off. I stopped looking for it. But I'm going to find... I know where to read it now. I have a place, allegedly. And I will catch up. I will catch up. It will take me a while, but I will catch up. It's longer than One Piece, Brian. You got to give me a second.
Yeah, me and Christian did the math of how long it was going to take for them to officially release all the chapters of Ippo at the rate that they're going at right now. And it was something to the tune of like 5-6 years or some shit like that.
Yeah, they're in currently the hundreds right now. Like the mid 150s or so. Let me check.
Who is?
The American release of Hajime no Ippo.
Volumes, right?
Not volumes. They release individual chapters on Kodansha's.
Only at 150?
It's crazy because they only do it one chapter at a time, which is nuts.
Brian,
what's up?
We're going to have to talk about Hajime no Ippo later.
Yeah, Ippo's at 167 chapters in the
because I can't get
English
what
release.
Chris is doing. So I'm gonna need your method. And we're not going to discuss that on these airwaves. I do fear Shueisha. I do.
Shwa, shwa, shwa.
I do.
But yeah, I love Hajime no Ippo. I've been watching it on Netflix because the anime is there. I've been watching Ippo, like, the dub. Like, the first season of Ippo is entirely available in dub, and that's it because they stopped dubbing it after a while. It's very funny. The voices are it's very old school 90s dubbing where the acting is actually, like, kind of bad in places.
Kind of bad?
Miyata's voice is crazy weird.
Yeah, doesn't he sound like Kaiba?
Yeah, he sounds like, I gotta get Ippo. I gotta get Ippo Ippo's my rival, so I'm going across the seas to face off against other opponents and get stronger. That's not what Miyata is supposed to sound like.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a cool guy.
He's supposed to be like Sasuke, dude. They gotta get the Sasuke guy. What was his name? Yuri Lowenthal? They gotta get him.
Yuri Lowenthal wasn't even born.
To be honest, yeah, that's true. To be honest, Takamura's voice isn't so bad, and I've really grown to like Ippo's voice actor in dub. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about Ippo.
One day you guys will catch up.
I will catch up.
And then I'll be able to pog with you.
We're gonna go pog champ.
Yeah. We'll be able to pog together.
So I want to make a point about One Piece, right? Mm-hmm. Like what I was saying with Brooke.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when we think about, what did Oda plan? Like how much of this stuff, like, goes back, like, to like early like how far back can you trace like certain ideas and plans, right? And you're able to do that with a series like One Piece, first of all, because it's been out for so long, right?
Yeah.
But the other part is that Oda makes the effort to, to bring back like all the elements. We've talked about this all the time. And as I'm rereading One Piece, I find myself caring a lot less in the wondering, like how long was this planned? And instead just appreciating like, okay, he left certain elements open-ended and decided to weave things back in. So like thinking about Brook, and then obviously the old element with Brook is Laboon, like what the seed planted earlier. It didn't have to be that he knew it would be Brook and the what's their pirate crew's name?
The York Pirates.
No.
Oh, Rumbar.
It's with an R.
It's
the
Rumbar.
Rumbar.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Woo!
Hey,
Woo.
nice save.
I'll count.
I know
that
you
as-
knew it. That's why I gave you a chance.
Thank you. I
I'm
knew it.
fair.
I did know it. York was the captain.
Yeah. Yes, York is the captain. You're absolutely right. But yeah, like he, Thriller Bark again wasn't a super long arc and nothing like that, so we didn't have a whole bunch of time like with Brook. But it's not like we had a ton of time with Usopp and Sanji either, or even Chopper. We got to learn them like along the journey. More about them like kind of opened up. Mm-hmm. But Brook just was this complete package within the arc, and Oda had to do that. Like he had to do that in order to like add this brand new character after all of that emotional stuff that happened in Water 7 and Frankie joining the crew. Man, this is well done. And the other thought that I changed, a feeling I had about the series that changed is that I don't really care if more crew members join. I think it's funny to joke about it or like spectate. Oh, maybe there'll be a Straw Hat or something
Gunko
like that.
for
but
Straw Hat, dude.
maybe
No,
or a Wet Hair Caribou. Anyway,
Holding out hope forever for Wet Hair
I'm
Caribou.
gonna tell you this: it would have been absolutely fine with if Brook was the last Straw Hat, because I mean, I don't want the quality of their camaraderie to water down. Jinbei was like a perfect addition, and then him also being the helmsman made a ton of sense. So I just really appreciate One Piece. It holds up.
Yeah.
I've disrespected it. Mm-hmm. I've disrespected it. I said World Trigger was better, and it's not.
Damn.
Not yet, anyway. And of course it's not. Of course it's not. But
World Trigger's very
really,
close.
Really
though.
good.
I enjoy World Trigger.
It's
a lot.
really close. It's second.
Oh,
in
next.
my opinion.
I imagine next week we'll be talking about World Trigger. Very excited for it, to be honest. Because
We're talking about World Trigger next week.
yeah, because
One Piece will be
One Piece
off.
will be off, so we'll use World Trigger as a whole placeholder.
I have not read it yet, by the way.
Oh, it's really good.
I bet.
It's a really good chapter. Shoot. I've been watching. I haven't been watching Alice in Borderlands in a minute. So. Ooh.
And like a top hat
Hello.
to like his picture. That'd be funny.
Oh, there you go. He's back.
I'm back. Sorry,
He was a snowman for a second.
I got that woo. But clean break.
Whoa.
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 That was bad.
What?
It'll get better.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
delay.
yeah, the delay.
It's okay.
It's fine.
No, see, it got better already.
Yeah.
I'm good.
All good. I started watching White Lotus. I'm on like episode 2.
Notice.
It's all right.
That's they're at like a resort or something like that.
Yeah, it's a resort and there's like a murder mystery, but nobody's been killed yet in this one, in the first season yet. But I've only watched like an episode and a half.
Do all the characters suck?
In one way or another. There's a couple characters that don't suck, and like 2 of them just kind of work at the hotel. But I don't know much about any of them. It's just like a resort for ultra rich people.
Do you feel like there's a message in there?
I don't know what it is yet, if anything, because I'm not that far in. But I'm just watching it so I can resist the urge to watch The Wire again. I don't know why I'm holding myself back from watching The Wire again. It just feels like I'm fiending, you know what I mean? Like, I just watched the show.
Yeah.
My problem is that I keep seeing clips of it on TikTok. It's like, damn, this show's good.
Yo, that's exactly how I felt with Hunter x Hunter. When I watched it for the second time, like, I had been like thinking about watching it, and then like literally right after I finished watching it, I kept seeing a bunch of like Hunter x Hunter clips, and I'll be scrolling on Netflix and see it like pop up, and I'm just like, damn, it is really good.
Right? There's just some shows that are like that. I feel that way about Breaking Bad too. I think that's my lunchtime show currently. Like, if I'm at lunch at work, I'll just casually watch Breaking Bad. But I need to give it a second. You know what? Man, I could do whatever I want. I don't know why I'm imposing these rules on myself.
You know what's been my most seen clip from like online, you know, like from like Instagram and shit of Breaking Bad? It's the scene when they have all the money on the table and they're taking the cuts, like the dude is taking all the cuts.
Yeah.
It's like,
And Walter is just greedy as hell. Your guys.
hey, your guys? He's like, yeah.
What are they doing to further our interest?
They keeping their mouth shut. Yo, I was like, damn. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know all the context, but to me it seems pretty rough.
Have you not seen it?
No,
come
I've
on.
only seen like the first like
Come on.
3 or 4 episodes.
I will say,
Yeah, get on it.
I will say, like, man, I love Breaking
I know
Bad.
they cook a lot of meth.
They do. That is what the show is
I
about.
do know that.
We have to cook Jesse.
Jesse, we have to cook Jesse.
Yeah.
Jesse, cook meth with me, Jesse. The first,
Oh, that shit was jokes, man.
yeah, I mean, I like the first 2 seasons, but like the 3rd season is where it becomes gas.
Is that when he turns into a super gangster?
I can't tell you, in case you
He starts extorting everybody.
plan on watching it. Better Call Saul is also a good show. Like
Do you think Walter White would be able to extort you, Chris?
extort me?
Yeah.
No. I don't think so. I don't have anything he wants. I wouldn't have anything he
Not
wanted.
vulnerable.
I'm not vulnerable.
You wouldn't want to buy his meth?
No, I'm not a meth head. I don't think so. Although his meth is 91% pure or some shit.
I wasn't thinking that.
Walt's meth is like a 99% purity rating, which is apparently impossible almost.
What about when he's not cooking with Jesse?
Jesse! What about it? You think he...
I see one episode. I remember, I forgot who was watching that shit, but I remember, like, you know, just looking at the episode too. And he had like this brand new laboratory and this new assistant, and like he had just split off from Jesse. I guess. And he was so annoyed with the assistant, he hated him.
The Gale arc?
And he was just like, man,
I can't tell you.
yeah.
I can't tell you. I you know, there's like context behind that. I don't want to say. Okay, so watch it. You gotta watch it, dude. It's very good. It's like one of those shows, you know.
Yeah, it is. It is one of those shows. You really gotta watch
Here's
it.
the list of one of those shows.
All right, who's a better cook, Sanji or Walter White plus Jesse?
Are we talking about meth? Because there's...
No, so who's better at cooking? So
like in their respective sport, essentially.
Yes.
Ooh, that's tough.
Right. Like I guess this would be like
That's
like
actually
in basketball.
It would be like LeBron James versus Tom Brady or some shit.
it's literally it's
Kinda.
it's very difficult because like Sanji is extremely good, but like Walter is like the best meth cook in the universe apparently.
In the universe.
Yeah, he solos the verse
Like
in meth cooking.
outside of the
yeah, he solos meth cooking
planet?
in every
On the
universe.
planet, it literally like apparently. Well, I don't want to spoil. This is kind of a spoiler, but there's like they're talking about distribution outside of the country, and Walter's meth is better than anything in the world by about 30%.
All right. Please tell me at least tell me this: is there an Akatsuki of meth dealers?
No,
All right. Okay. That would have been really
But how?
interesting.
That was
I don't
such a
mean-
fire arc, though.
well, I guess if you
I
want
don't
to
mean
count the
exactly Akatsuki, like they have red cloud geese and chocolate.
No, they don't have that.
You know, I'm talking about.
No,
is there like a handful of known meth dealers and cookers?
I guess if you want to like count the not cookers, but like I mean, you know, there's no other like chemists, you know, that are out there doing it on the level that Walter is. But if you want to talk about distribution, like the cartel is like kind of the big deal there and a little bit of a main antagonist.
Yeah, why don't they just kidnap him and force him to cook?
Because he's Heisenberg.
You're Heisenberg.
What the fuck does that mean?
That's his
You gotta
pseudonym.
watch it. No, you gotta watch it to find out.
I mean, it's not so much of a spoiler. Heisenberg is a pseudonym that he goes under when he cooks meth. It's like his Kira.
So he's not Heisenberg to his family.
No.
Oh, I see. Like if you ask the mailman, does Heisenberg live here? He's gonna be like, who?
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. But if that mailman does meth, he'll be like, I don't know, but I can buy his shit.
Right, of course, because the meth heads would know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, watch Breaking Bad, bro. Get on the train.
Yeah,
And then,
it's compelling stuff.
Come out on the train.
you know, one of them shows,
Ride it up.
Sopranos, another one of them shows. The Wire, definitely one of them shows.
Lost is one of them shows.
I don't know how many people actually
Okay.
like watch Lost like that. I don't think Lost is publicly revered as that. It should
What do
be
you
one
mean?
of them
Lost
shows.
was huge when it was
Lost
running.
was
If Walter White was in Full Metal Alchemist, would he be one of the strongest alchemists?
if he
For
had
meth.
alchemy powers, yes, he'd be a pretty good chemist in that
He would
regard.
be an even better fucking meth maker.
Let's say he decided not just to
Yeah, because
make math.
Walter White's chemistry knowledge is elite.
Why would he do anything else though?
Jesse,
tell me.
set up the transmutation circle, Jesse.
The thing is, Walt lacks imagination. Walter lacks imagination, so I don't think he would do anything other than
Jesse, you fucked up the transmutation circle.
He would have been selling meth in fucking I forget the name of the village already. Out there, the one that got destroyed and genocided.
Oh,
It was
Ishval?
Shambhala. Oh yeah, Ishval.
In Shavala, right?
No, Ishval was the other one. Shambhala is like a non-canonical alternate universe place.
How the fuck did I remember that one?
Did I make that up?
In the original,
Is that
no,
why you
no,
said
no,
that?
no. In the
I
original,
said Shambhala.
in the original FMA anime, there was an epilogue movie called Conqueror of Shambhala.
How the fuck did I remember that?
Do you like it? You like that
What is
name?
so funny? What is so-
Shambhala.
I'm sorry, guys. It's just that my mind goes to the place that all of these non-canon movies go. It's just like, damn, trash.
No, it was actually pretty good.
Oh, where?
Yeah, it was an epilogue movie to the original FMA anime.
Is that the one where Alphonse is in his human body?
Yes.
Oh shit.
So
I was wondering where the fuck that was.
I'm trying to remember exactly the details because there's a lot of Full Metal Alchemist in 2003 that is very different from Brotherhood. Like Wrath is not Bradley. I think Wrath is actually just like Wrath is like, I don't know, like a clone of Al or something. Like the artificial body that they made when they resurrected their mom came to life as a homunculus and became Wrath.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, they did a lot of interesting stuff in the 2003 anime. But yeah, in the end of that one, I think in order to bring Al's body back, Ed did a transmutation that sent him to an alternate universe that didn't have alchemy, I think. And I don't remember exactly the plot details from there. But yeah, there's basically Al, I guess Ed, trying to somehow find a way to get home. And a lot of stuff and a lot of things happen. Big action set pieces.
Does it stack up to Strong World?
Nothing stacks up to Strong World, Josh. Don't even disrespect Strong World.
No, for real. I mean,
I remember being pretty hype about it when I was young. I was like a kid when it came out, and I was like desperate to watch it.
Oh, you was excited. I remember you was talking about it before I was even a One Piece fan. I remember.
I was trying to yarg it, and I couldn't find it anywhere, and that was deeply depressing.
Yeah. All right. You know what probably rivals that movie?
What?
Like, take your pick from one of your favorite Dragon Ball Z movies, canon or non-canon.
Man, I used to love the original Broly movie. That was my shit.
I've never seen the original Broly movie.
I like BoJack Unbound, the 9th one, the movie that happened right after Broly. That was pretty hype. BoJack Unbound.
Yeah,
the original Broly was doing the Z Fighters so fucking dirty. He was violating them. Like
I heard legends.
He was doing brutal shit. He had no respect.
Broly looked at the camera and said, "It ain't 20v1, it's 1v20."
If I gotta slap motherfuckers that right with you.
That was a good movie.
I remember. I feel like the Cooler movie was pretty transformative for me.
Cooler movie was. Pretty
I seen
sick.
that shit at camp for the first time.
Cooler was pretty sick. He had a cool design. Get it?
Yeah.
Cool.
I will say, I think the newest one is probably among the best in my opinion.
Oh yeah, Super Broly is great.
No, not Super Broly. The other one with Gohan.
Oh, I was okay on that. I don't know why. It just didn't. Do it for me.
What, superhero?
You know what I didn't like? I just didn't like that it was Cell again.
No, it wasn't just
it was a
Cell
Cell with no swag too.
Yeah, it was just swagless Cell, and
Beast.
it was his second form. It wasn't even perfect Cell.
No, it wasn't Beast Cell. It was Cell Max.
Cell Max.
Cell Max.
It was Max Cell.
Yeah, much like HBO, they dropped. They just made it Max.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was okay.
Damn, I don't want to watch
And the
BoJack
3D
Unbound.
animation was jarring initially,
Yeah.
but it's okay.
There's like a 3D animated Slam Dunk movie that came out, but I think
It's only in Japan right now, or is it?
No, it's in Netflix. You could watch it today.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I gotta watch that.
Although it's not like from the
See you guys
beginning.
later.
It spoils things I don't really know. I haven't read Slam Dunk all the way through, but apparently it like adapts the later volumes. And I'm like, man, I don't know that shit. I don't want to get spoiled for a series that I'm likely not gonna read in a long time.
Kuroko.
No basket. We gotta watch that show together someday.
I've read a lot of it, actually. I never finished it, but I got pretty.
You're talking about Kuroko?
Yeah.
I watched the entire anime. God, it's the most outrageous thing of all time.
The early episodes are tough to get through animation wise.
I want to watch it again now that I know basketball better.
I don't think that'll help you much because they do some crazy shit.
I know it won't help me much, but God, is it going to be so fucking funny?
It's going to make it more outrageous, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to know for a fact that's not how that goes.
I remember one of the characters from Shutoku. He does this thing where he goes into a shooting motion without the ball, and then one of his teammates passes the ball to him, lands perfectly in his shooting hand.
Yeah,
and then he swishes it from like half court.
Yeah, that's a classic right there. The
that one never left my
jump shot pass. And the thing is, the guy,
the invisible one, right?
That's Kuroko.
They had that in the football manga too.
But the thing about Kuroko is that at some point he just starts shooting the ball, and then he loses his invisible passing mode because people are looking at him. The only reason why he's able to invisibly pass is because nobody notices he's on the court.
Yeah, I remember that. That was like his main power going in.
I'm like, motherfucker, just look at him. What do you mean? Just look at him.
There was a copy guy. I remember him.
Yeah, people kept comparing him to Kobe.
Cool.
Keep comparing him to who?
To Kobe. And they were saying that, like, I think that realistically he was the best one, but they had to nerf him by getting him injured.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And there was a guy who can, like, twist your ankles by looking you in your eye.
Yeah, that was like the captain. I remember him. That
he put you in a genjutsu.
That's he has eyes that Josh. You're literally
in a basketball genjutsu.
It's literally just that, Josh. He has like,
and his dribble moves weren't even that crazy. He would just like dribble up to you, look you in the eye, and then he would like slowly dribble past you.
Yeah, he would just bitch out
on your ass.
He would just bitch you out immediately.
Like just.
He had more like Conqueror's hockey, where like he would just look at you and then you'd forget how to play basketball and you'd like trip over yourself.
Oh, and don't forget the guy who, when he would dribble, he would shake the entire court.
Wait, which guy?
So there was the
center
generation. No, there was the Generation of Miracles, and then there were the other guys. Right, the other guys who were like right next to them.
Oh, I don't remember that.
You remember that?
No.
So there was like a dude who like he would dribble the ball and he would shake. He would cause like an earthquake on the court. And I'm like, bro, what is this shit?
Yeah, Kuroko was crazy. But I got questions. If you guys want to get into questions before we move on to the main show. This is from Mike. This is from a couple weeks ago. He wanted to give us our thoughts on Kagurabachi. I think I read these actually on the show that we did this on, but it was about 72 and how it should have been RGC, and it was that week. So there's that. His first question, Mike B asks, my niece and nephew argue a lot, and it's funny until it's annoying. Like one of them smacks the other, and they'll yell, "Stop touching me, Diddy," or call each other some shit like Spetty Eddie. What is the funniest, most brutal insult you've heard from the new generation kids? Sheesh. I don't know. I don't keep up with the lingo today.
Oh, that was something that...
I'm an old man.
Somebody called me something.
Somebody called you something?
Somebody called...
Who said something to you, Brian? I'll beat them up.
One of my baby cousins called me, said something wild to me. I forget what it was.
Oh, was it... Damn, I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard... let me think about something I've heard when I was a kid.
Yo, my little brother Aiden, he has said, we was like arguing about like football or basketball or something like that. He loves to just like talk shit. So we arguing back and forth, and then he said I was glazing. He's like, yo, stop glazing. I was like, nigga, what? Yeah, because I know what the fuck that means. I remember when we used to say that shit way back.
Yeah.
You know,
Glazen's making a comeback.
Yeah, he's like, but it wasn't like I was surprised he said it because I didn't feel like I was glazing. So I was like, no, I wasn't. First of all, like I had to make sure he understood. Like, I wasn't glazing. I was telling you facts.
I was reading the actual stats.
I was not,
Like,
in fact, glazing.
I had to calmly communicate so I didn't get fucking tight.
You bust out like a chalkboard and you're like, all right, this is the definition of glaze.
Nah.
And this is what I was doing. These are two different things.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, now when I see him, I'll fuck with him. I'd be like, nah, you glazing, yo. Like I'll just say like randomly.
Just casually.
Like he'll be like, oh, like we should stop by like Sonics or something like that. I'd be like, yo, that's glaze, bro. Stop it.
Stop glazing Sonics.
Damn, like you wildin', you glazing Sonics. Yeah, exactly. he just gets tight.
That's funny.
Yo, you don't even say that no more. Nah. I love Aiden. I miss him.
Yeah. Man, kids are brutal. But I haven't heard like a brutal thing. I'm not around like kids like that. I haven't seen my I guess if I hear something I'll come back to it in another pre-show. But I caught Brian, do you remember what you had?
No, I don't.
All right. We'll move on. If I think of something, I'll say it on the podcast.
Well, like the thing about our kids is that like the kids in our family, they're just like Fortnite dancing and talking
That's true.
about
In real life?
Yeah, Roblox
Yeah.
and
oh yeah, they're big on
Fortnite.
Roblox and shit.
Yo, Roblox is huge.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
My baby cousin, she got me Roblox on my phone. I haven't deleted it. I don't know why. I'm not playing that game.
You should, bro.
I don't want.
Nice try, Chris. We all know you're a Roblox head.
I'm not a Roblox head. All right.
You are. in
Watch
fact,
your mouth.
The biggest
Hey,
Roblox
stop
head.
glazing.
You could play Roblox Madden.
Christian won't stop glazing Roblox off camera.
It's not true. That's not true. That's a lie.
You do not partake in Roblox.
I have
glaze?
not. I've not partaken in Roblox glaze. I don't glaze Roblox. Not as much as you were glazing whatever NBA player you were talking about. Was it Brunson, Josh?
It was Brunson. It was probably Brunson.
I knew it.
You are a frequent Brunson glazer.
Josh?
Josh.
Yes,
I like
you.
the whole team, man. Like
I glazed the whole team. Not just
you know what?
Brunson.
Listen, at the end of the day,
Wait, no, I'm pretty sure
captain.
like a couple weeks ago you said,
captain of
"Is he
Gotham
like
City-
God's
Gotham
gift
City.
to basketball?" Like, like
I
Jalen
didn't say
Brunson.
that.
Yes, you
Those
did.
actually weren't
Yes, you
my
did.
words.
I swear, yes, I swear to God, you said some shit like that.
All right, I did say that. I did say that. You're absolutely right. But what I was doing was repeating what the announcer said in the, like during the. Listen, first of all, I'm not so eloquent anyway to say some shit like that. That's number one. Number two, Mike Breen was ODing, but Brunson was going crazy too. Like. It was a really good game. That was when he played against the Pacers. He dropped like 50 fucking. Like,
Brunson always goes
points.
crazy though.
But he had like 30. He had like a bunch. He had like 20-something points like in just one quarter. He went crazy.
How are they doing, by the way? I haven't watched the game because I cursed them.
Is Brunson not injured anymore?
We're playing tonight against the Celtics, but we're pretty much locked into the third seed. There's only like a couple more games left in the season. before
See,
the
ever since I
playoffs.
stopped watching.
They fired. Wait a second. They fired Michael Malone before the. Are they not in the play-ins like Nuggets?
So here's the situation with that. They haven't been losing recently, and they've been like dropping. They was at one point they had the second seed in the West because they struggled in the beginning of the season, and then they started getting more consistent. Rose like the second seed, like right under the Thunder, and then just in the last month they started dropping like a lot of games, a lot of close games too. Nah, I just figured maybe certain plays was hurt. I'm not really paying attention to the Nuggets, but maybe there was some friction. So,
but they're in the play-ins, right? Like,
no, they're in the playoffs. Like they're in the. I think they have the.
That makes no fucking sense.
No, they have the 4th seed, bro.
Make that make sense.
But look, check this out. It's not that they just have the 4th seed. Is that like literally from seeds 4 down to 8, there's a 1-game difference. So if they lose like these next 3 games, they could easily slide all the way down to 8 seed.
Yeah, you know what makes it easier? Firing your championship head coach. That'll make sure that you don't lose more games.
It's okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's okay.
We'll see.
Anyway, we do have another question. Mike asks, wife and I went to Atlantic City this weekend, and I went to the casino for the first time. It was cool to play, and winning was fun, but it felt way worse when you're losing money. Main takeaway is that the highs are not worth trudging through the lows to me. What else is similar in your opinion? Similarly, fantasy and just randomly placing bets on games is not fun.
I mean, damn, it's tough to compare to gambling because that would be one of my number one things to say. Yeah, y'all should avoid that shit.
Yeah, definitely avoiding it.
I understand it's fun to do it in spots, like especially if you're going on a trip to Atlantic City and you're just doing it for the weekend. You know, I don't think there's any real harm there unless you go on a fucking bad spiral and go into debt or whatever.
Yeah.
Can you even do that at Atlantic City?
Probably, yeah, definitely.
I guess that was a silly thing to ask, but I don't know. Some video games I'll say is not worth the grind.
Like League of Legends.
Sure. I really have, no say in that, but
yeah, I'll say League of Legends probably because like usually in most games that I've like committed myself to, I've been like, oh, let me try to go for the highest rank. Let me try to go for this. But with League of Legends, I was like, I'll be happy with plat. I'll be happy here. I don't want to do anything more than this because goddamn is that game brutal and unforgiving in every way, shape, or form. Like if you make it past, like if you make it to Diamond in League of Legends, there's either A, something horribly wrong with you, or B, you have a very, very strong mental. You have a lock and key iron fucking brain.
I just really love the game.
It's really fun to play, but it's deceptive in that way where like it tricks you into thinking it's going to be fun, and then like your team drops like 50 slurs on you because you missed one minion or something.
Damn.
Just immediate 50 slurs.
Yeah, they get league players are very creative with their racism.
Yeah, I imagine so. It's a fantasy world. They have to have
a fantasy equivalent.
Yeah, they have to. There's a spark of whimsy with their.
How do they know what you are? Did they ask you before? Like they'd be like, "Hey,
maybe they just
generally assumptions."
Yeah, maybe they
generally assumptions.
I figure they're just throwing shit at the wall and see what sticks. Just anything until something gets you.
The game is so bad that like if you like it mutes you mid game. It'll stop you from being able to interact with your team.
Why?
Mid game, depending on the shit that you say.
Jesus,
oh, that's pretty advanced.
I want to do that.
Yeah, they had to advance it because these guys were fucking wilding out.
All right, guys, the racism's
like,
too
if you
intense
get that
on here.
mad, you shouldn't play a team-based game. Play fucking Street Fighter or something.
Yeah.
You know, or another strategy game that's solo or PvP, single player. You know.
But this is the only way they get social interaction, which is the thing.
Oh man, they need therapy, bro.
Yes, they do.
That goes without saying, I guess, right? I mean,
Yeah.
anybody that's behaving, I don't think that's specific to League of Legends. I think it's just there's a platform that allows them to do it.
Oh yeah.
I guess, like most online video game. I don't like that. I don't like saying things like that, even if it's true. I just hate saying it in such a way that's like, yeah, it is what it is. But that is the reality.
Yeah.
Be better, y'all.
Go to therapy.
Relax. Yeah. Oh, fucking grow up. Yeah. Therapy is probably the.
Therapy is good.
If you can't do therapy, just relax.
Yeah, trust me, it's tough to get into therapy.
I feel like when you're playing video games and you get intense like that, you need to have a mirror around you. You gotta have a mirror right next to you, so when you're getting mad, you just look at yourself in the mirror.
That is actually so fucking good.
I look like honestly, such an asshole right now. It's not that serious.
Honestly, that's not a bad idea, Josh.
I have a fucking controller in my hand and I'm screaming.
You got to patent that. The rage mirror. We got to patent it, make it specific to video games.
I don't need to profit off of something like that. That's free.
Nah, dude.
That's my gift to the world.
We got to get you on Shark Tank.
My idea.
I'm going to be like, hey, sharks.
Or maybe you could talk to Riot Games and have that be a part of the game.
Relax.
Yeah, bundle.
Bro, I play Marvel Rivals. Brian, when you gonna hit me up to play? But anyway,
to be honest, I've kind of fallen off the game.
Nah, you can't fall off because we're about to have a team. I'm not even joking, bro. We're about to have a team, and we need a tank. Like, I feel like no one else is gonna play the tank, and we definitely need a decent tank.
All right, fine. I'll play with you.
Yeah.
Wait, what kind of team you got? Like, is it like new players?
All right, I'm obviously gonna. No, well, I'm new, but I'm gonna get good. Like with time. And
what's your main role?
Evan's decent. Rocket.
That's it. Just Rocket. That's your role.
Yeah. Well. I mean, I usually play support,
you're support,
Rocket, and I fuck with Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah, Cloak is. I feel like
pretty cool.
Rocket is a lot more situational than Cloak. I feel like Cloak you can play literally all the time.
Yeah.
And Rocket can be a little like specific, hero specific.
Yeah, depending on who's the team. If I don't have like the team up with Punisher or Bucky, I kind of feel like I'm just out there. But I be shooting mad heals, bro, and just try to play position. Anyway, we could talk about Marvel Rivals when we playing. The point I wanted to make is that for the first time, like I was playing a game and the team lost, and they were spamming nice heals, and I was like, I'm thinking to myself like, oh, nice, I guess they was recognizing I'm
doing my job.
A lot of work to heal. Like I was like at least trying with the heals, but then I remembered like being on Instagram and knowing that like, oh no, like that's people talking shit. They're being sarcastic.
Really? How?
Yes. Ask Brian. He knows.
I don't know actually. What do you mean?
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, when they're doing I don't know. From what I've seen on Instagram, when I guess like when they're spamming it like that, they're meaning like you didn't do your job. Oh. And I just was like, damn. I'm gonna tell you this.
Did you check how much healing you had?
Match, I did real quick, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to compare it to. Well, I thought I did a.
You don't gotta compare it to anything. So like, if you had over 10K, that's some really good.
No, I had like 58,000, I think.
How much damage were you doing though?
I don't remember. I didn't have a lot of kills. I had more kills than deaths, but we still lost.
Nice.
I didn't have a lot. I had like maybe like 4 kills and 3 deaths. I didn't do.
Hey, not dying a lot as a support is really fucking important. So that's pretty.
I do know that. I do know that, and that's a carryover from like other games too. Like just not dying matters, especially if you're a support, and like knowing like when to use like your ult, or the special move. Chris, I wish the PS4 had fucking Rivals on it, man. That'd be lit.
Does it not?
It should.
Unfortunately, it doesn't.
Damn, that's crazy.
Or if it does, it doesn't connect with like PC or
Wow.
or PS5, like on multiplayer.
Well, I'm not
But I
doing
don't
it.
think
I'm
the
not.
PS4 has it.
I'm not getting another console in a long time, so I would have liked to get the Switch.
Oh, the Switch. Well, there's a Switch 2 coming out.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's gonna probably have rivals. It's gonna have all the specs.
Yeah, but it's gonna be
That need it.
motherfucking expensive.
Yeah, $450. How about that?
Already.
How y'all feeling?
And the games are going to be like $80.
$80 is crazy. Nintendo never like slashes prices, so
Shit, $80, huh? $80 buckaroos.
I can't do it.
80 buckaroos.
Sorry, I can't do it. I'm not made of
I'm a
gold.
slave to Nintendo, so I probably will, but it's gonna be rough. I'm gonna have to buckle down and insert some austerity.
I'm gonna have to take out a mortgage on my Switch too.
Yo, speaking of financial woes, I thought about this randomly while y'all was talking. So if you had to bet your rent money, right, on who would win a fight between Shanks and Mihawk, who do you got, Chris? Who you putting your money on?
What, prime or like
Think
current?
about it. If you lose,
That's
that's
just not fair. Are we talking about current Shanks and current Mihawk?
right now.
Is it an overall fight or
Rent
just
money.
a sword fight?
It's an overall fight.
I think Mihawk wins.
Brian, I just wish you would let Chris answer first. But it is an open podcast. That's true. And you know what? Chris isn't one to be influenced, so it's okay. It's okay. Think, bro. Say, bro.
It's tough,
Say,
bro.
bro, what you thinking?
It's tough because we have no fucking actual ceiling or floor of their abilities.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you my opinion since Brian already gave an opinion, right? I think the fact that you didn't give one answer already kind of shows that you're leaning towards the other one,
I'm gonna say Shanks.
which is Mihawk. Oh, really? You're gonna?
You don't know me. You can't see me.
Okay.
You can't
All
see
right.
me. These takes. You can't see
All
these
right.
takes.
Okay.
There's my answer. All right, we should probably go on to the main show now.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys in New Jump City.